Loren, what's goody? I remember last time we were chatting, you were out driving around out and about. Do you remember that?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I was trying to get my belly button pierced and I never found a place. So
Did you, so you know what's funny? I actually got a couple of things pierced during the pandemic, and I was talking to the guy who did a lot of piercings, and he was saying that a lot of people came in to get things pierced during this time.
Oh, of course.
Apparently, it's like a thing.
I was bored. I was looking for something to do. I feel that.
Did you do anything else during the pandemic that you just like changed drastically or no?
I mean, I got a couple new tattoos, pierced the belly button. Nothing too crazy, but yeah.
Other than that, how are you? What's happening?
I'm doing good. I'm busy, which is, the best thing for me because I need to be busy all the time or else I freak out.
Really? Are you that one of those people that just like
Yeah. I have to be going all the time or else I get sad.
How come?
I don't know. I think that I just, I'm used to living a fast-paced life and quarantine did not do any favors for me. And then now that the world is opening back up and I can do things again, I'm ready to go.
Absolutely. So one thing, I feel like living my life on social media would stress me the hell out. Are you stressed out sometimes?
All the time.
Are you? Okay.
It's constant stress, but it's totally worth it. I mean, I'm very blessed to have the job that I have, so it's worth it, but it is stressful. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot to keep up with.
What are some of the things that you feel like is very stressful about it?
Oh my goodness. Well, I feel like there's never a day where I don't wake up and get ready in the morning. I'm always ready before 10 a.m., ready to start my day. There's a lot of people, watching that, you feel like you have to make happy all the time. And there's a lot of pressure and stress that comes along with it. And, keeping momentum and I don't know, you never really get a break. And you get a break, but it's never a real break.
Right. Couple of questions. Number one, are you ever like worried about who's watching? Like, does that go through your mind?
Oh my gosh. Sometimes, but I don't know. I've kind of blocked that out because otherwise I probably wouldn't post anything. I'd be too worried.
Oh, also, does the cop see? This is why I feel like I could never do this because I'm a sensitive being. I'm a sensitive Pisces. So are you the type of person that will read the comments or read the DMs and just be like, man, well, like, why are you taking the time out of your day to post something like this?
All the time. I mean, people are bored. And especially during the pandemic, oh my gosh, people were really bored.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it comes to the territory. So just something you learn to live with.
Right.
I'm an Aries, so I'm confrontational, and it's hard for me to keep my mouth shut sometimes.
You know what's funny? Because I'm glad that you said this because I interview people all the time and they're just like, no, I'll just let them be. And I'm like, no, I feel like sometimes you need to clap back at these people to let them know that you're just not going to push me around, number one. And number two, I got feelings too. And if you got something to say, I got something to say back.
Yeah, it's really hard because, when I was younger and I first started social media, I was the queen of clapbacks. I was always on it. I was like 13 and wild and saying whatever. So it's really hard to filter things sometimes when, things do hurt and you do want to retaliate. And like I said, I'm confrontational and I love confrontation. I'm like, let's get it going. But I've learned to filter that out through the years.
Loren, when's your birthday?
April 19th.
Oh, okay. Are you an Aries or no?
I'm an Aries Taurus cusp, but I feel like I identify more with Aries.
That explains the whole confrontation. Like all my Aries friends just be trying to get it in no matter where we at, what's going on. They want to tell you how they feel at all times.
Yeah, I'm always ready. I feel like I tried to calm down, but I don't know. It's something in me. It's like an itch that's like, you gotta say something, do something.
Ready. You be ready. You'll be already set. So let's talk about so how do you come up with the things that you're going to post?
It kind of depends day to day. I mean, for the most part, I just sort of post whatever feels natural in that moment. So whatever I'm doing, if I feel like I look cute that day, usually helps. And I kind of just see what's trending, what's happening, what I can talk about. and go from there. But usually it's just whatever is natural. I don't really have like a posting schedule or any of
Right.
that stuff. I did a while ago. It got to be too much, and it's easier to just go with the flow.
I feel that. Let's talk about music. Have you been working on new music during the pandemic?
Yeah, so I'm actually finishing up a single right now, and then I'm doing a writing camp in a couple of weeks to finish my EP. So that's really exciting, and things have just been moving.
When you say writing camp, could you break that down for us? What is that?
Yeah, so a writing camp is basically just I'm going to rent a house with these producers that are my friends, and we're just going to stay there for a week and write and finish the EP. So it's basically just you're camped out in this house, and the sole focus of being in that house is to finish these songs. And sometimes people do writing camps with a bunch of different producers and a bunch of different writers. I've done ones like that before, but this one's just going to be really intimate, really close friends, and just finishing everything.
I always get so interested in like writing music. How do you even come up with concepts when do you guys all collaborate? Do you have things written down in like notes in your phone? How does that happen?
So for me, I am really bad at planning ahead because it's hard to feel the room before you get there. So I usually just go in and everyone just talks about whatever's happening in their lives. I usually overshare way too much about my personal life, but that's where the best songs come from. And then usually if we're working with another writer, they'll be taking notes while I'm writing or while I'm talking, and they'll be writing them down.
Right.
And then we'll go from there. And the writer will be like, oh, this is great. And then we'll collaborate. I'm better at lyrics. I am not a melody person. I'm really bad with math, like syllables and things, but I love words. I used to write poetry. So that's sort of where it stems from.
So does it, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. That was it.
No, does this start with someone, I guess, start like humming like a melody and things like that? Or do you hear a beat and start writing towards that? Like, how does that go?
So we'll talk about a vibe. We'll be like, what's the vibe for today? What are the influences for today? And the producers will start building out a beat, and then we'll talk while that's happening and come up with a concept. And then writers, me, I'm really bad at melodies, but sometimes I have something good. We will, sort of lay out a melody, get a general feel for it, and then fill in the blanks with words.
Sounds like work.
It's a long process. I mean, one song can take, all day, like morning to night, or even into the next day. I feel like songs are never actually finished until someone says, okay, this needs to come out. And then it's like, okay, it's done. But you can work on a song forever.
So before you put out a song like Nobody to Love, do you drive around in the car? Do you listen to it? Do you listen to it multiple times? And do you go back into the studio and be like, I think we can fix this? Are you someone that's never done with a song?
I mean, definitely. The single that's coming out next, I actually wrote when I was 16. So I've re-recorded it probably, this will be maybe my 4th or 5th time re-recording it.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm growing and my voice is constantly changing. So there's always, things that need to be changed and reworked to fit the times and whatever. But yeah, I listen to songs. Whenever I get a new song, I listen to it so much and then I'm sick of it by the time it comes out. But it's always a good feeling to finally put out a song. So yeah.
I love that. So tell us about Nobody to Love.
So Nobody to Love was a really last minute thing, actually. I was in the studio with Telecast, who I'm really good friends with. They come to my house all the time. And they showed me the song. I didn't write the song. They showed it to me with a demo singer, and they were like, would this be something that you'd want to sing? We're looking for a singer, and we're friends, so it made sense. And so we cut it really quick. Actually, we recorded the song like 3 hours.
Right.
And then a couple weeks later, the song came out. So the turnaround time was super quick. It was really organic and natural because we were friends, and it was really easy.
It's really interesting, like how you say last minute, because I hear some people talk about like how they're able to just like belt out a song and then release it. I would be so anxiety ridden before putting the song out and sharing my feelings and things like that. Do you go through that?
Absolutely. I mean, especially the older that I get, the more that I have to talk about, and the more vulnerable I am, it is more difficult. But and the thing that's difficult for me, actually, it's easier when someone else records my vocals, because then I have, I'm not sitting there doing it myself. When I record my own vocals, that's a different story, because I could sit there and mess with it all day, all week, all month, and then it'll probably never get done. So it's usually a quicker turnaround when someone else records it for me. But yeah, I'm really picky, and it's hard, because you want to put out the best product, the best song.
Do you have a time frame as to when the EP is going to come out?
Yeah, so I think we're thinking hopefully around August. That's sort of what I'm aiming for. So things are happening really quickly. I already have a couple songs that I think might make the cut, but after this writing camp, we'll have a better idea of when that's happening, but hopefully in the very near future.
I'm so excited for that. I'm also really excited because I saw that you were in 100% Wolf.
Yeah, it's a movie. I did my little voice acting cameo. It was fun.
How was that?
It was really fun. It was a different experience. But I have no complaints. It was so much fun. I do it over and over again. It's great. And it's really cool to see it all come together. I was a Chihuahua, just like, I feel like that encompasses me perfectly. So yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Always wanting to clap back.
No, it was like a perfect fit. It was awesome.
Do you see yourself wanting to act more and, of course, do more voice acting?
I mean, yeah, I have a lot of time. I just turned 19, so, it's a great big world, and I'm really looking forward to just exploring what all there is for me to do. But right now, just focusing on music and, seeing what comes along.
So what else do you have coming up next?
Oh, my goodness. I've been doing so much. Recently, it's just, a lot of work for the single, music videos, cover art, all that stuff that goes into a single. It's a lot more than people think. There's a lot that goes into a single. I've been doing a lot of like magazine covers and things like that. My jewelry line, taking care of that, releasing. We have a new drop coming soon. So yeah, just a lot of things happening all the time. Just the life that I live.
Loren out here getting this money.
I'm trying.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, listen, I appreciate you jumping on. I appreciate the conversation, and please come back anytime. As soon as the EP drops, I want to hear all about it, and I want you to come back and talk about it.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you. I'll see you later.
Alrighty. Bye.